All right, the weekend is here again, and you are welcome to another exciting episode on Chat Circle. And of course, my name is Nana Abena, and today, or should I say this week, has been one of the most amazing weeks with a whole lot that is going on. I think most of the social media trends that were going on were updates from last week, previous weeks, and all that. But one way or the other, we're able to see or find a few of them that we felt like, okay, look, this is trending. We need to talk about it. We need to have our view on it. Joining me today on our social media trends is somebody you might have seen a couple of times on the show, and I'm talking about Simple What?
Hi everyone, good afternoon.
What are you doing?
So you're wearing red with me. No, I have to mention
You just took the words out
You're
of my
wearing
mouth.
red with me.
I'm not wearing red with you. You are wearing Manchester United. Like, I don't know what's going on with this Manchester United fans. I'm one of them, Sha. But you're looking forward for this week's game, right?
Yeah, August with Arsenal. Looking forward to it.
So you're actually praying, like, you know there's going to be some hope somewhere there, right?
Jersey.
Ahead of time, Abi, and you know that the goals are going to be like good.
Flamingo.
Abi, how have you been? It's been a while on the show.
I've actually missed coming on your show, actually.
Okay, and then the world of whole like journalism, you're killing it and doing your own thing. How has it been like?
It's a full cycle. Every single day there's what to report. There's things that there are things to just tell.
All right.
Just find a way to enjoy it.
Abi. Okay, so today's social media trends is a whole lot. I wouldn't say too much, but let's just say updates from other stuff. But one way or the other, there are a few of them that might have caught your attention. And I don't know which of the story you're looking forward to really talk about. Which of the stories? I'll get to know, right? All right, so let's go straight to our social media trends. First story on our social media trends, still shouting up NEPA in 2025. This is White Files, and he's slamming Nigerians' lack of progress. So in a candid interview in one of our TV stations, rapper and activist Files expressed his frustration over Nigerians' ongoing infrastructure challenges, particularly the unreliable power supply. He criticized the country's signature and also highlighting how absorbed this is in the year 2025. Now, also Nigerians still celebrate electricity with the iconic shout of Up NEPA, a symbol of normalized dysfunction. Now, I remember the first time I heard that Up NEPA, it sounded kind of funny to me, but it's kind of like normal. But let's be real about something.
It should not even change. How can I say Up PhD?
But I think it's coming from the angle that he feels like it's 2025. We shouldn't be having too much light issues and all that.
Well, actually,
what is your view on this?
Now, the issue is that, is he addressing the fact that we are saying Up NEPA, or that we are celebrating like how skeletal our light system is?
I think that's the angle he's coming from. And looking at the fact that we've made the abnormal look so normal now.
Well, actually, that's how it is. When you're deprived of something for too long, the moment they give you a little, you feel like they're giving you too much.
But what's your take? 2025, do you think we're supposed to be having light issues?
We should not be having light issues in 2025. We have so much of years, so much of time to develop our electricity. And when we are giving crumbs of light, band A, band B, band C, but what band are you at again?
I don't know.
You see, that's the issue.
All I know is that I've been getting light.
How many hours do you get in a day?
I know I sleep with light. I wake up.
Okay, I do as well.
I wake up and then like let's say it stays to maybe like 10, then it goes off again, it comes back again. You see, at least we did try for my area.
We should not be having this issue in 2020. This is big 2025. We should not be having this issue. Look at Akwa Ibom State. We're talking about a deep sea port. We're talking about National Grid. We're talking about everybody contributing.
You know, sometimes you go on social, somebody be like, National Grid don't fall again.
People
make it look so normal. You understand? But it's not supposed to be normal.
It's not supposed to be normal.
Just as you said, 2025, we should have been going through this.
True. And also, on the front side of it, saying Up NEPA, please, it should never be taken away from us, please. It's a human rhetoric. We are used to it. I cannot be saying Up PhD. I have to say Up NEPA is the constituted word to say when you say that.
I'm praying that we're able to fix this real soon. I don't know when, but we should be able to fix it real soon. Seriously.
We need to fix it. I know many people who had to leave the country because of the power issue. It is very, very epileptic.
Exactly. Anyway, moving on to the next story. This particular story, I think I'm one of the 1% or 10% who is like we are tired of this story already. But one way or the other, it made it again into our conversation, or should I say our story for this week. And I'm talking about the court ruling July 2nd on Mohbad's father challenge on Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and them being discharged. Now, we've seen the story already. We've seen that these guys were actually discharged. They were allowed and everything. But it's pretty sad that one way or the other, this story keeps surfacing, like resurfacing over and over and over again. The Lagos State High Court will on July 2nd, 2025, deliver a ruling on the application filed by Joseph Aloba, father of the late singer Mohbad, seeking to reopen the case against music promoter Sam Larry and artist Naira Marley. Now, Mr. Aloba is actually challenging the legal advice that cleared both men of involvement of his son's death, arguing it violated due process and fair hearing, especially with the coroner's inquest, should I say, still ongoing. Now, represented by the senior advocate Wahab Shetu, Mr. Aloba actually claims that the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, has actually acted prematurely. However, the DPP's office countered that the suspects were not acquitted, but only discharged due to insufficient evidence of the time following a review of the police file. Now, as I said earlier, some of us are really, we feel like, man, allow your son to rest in peace. Like, basically, that's what everybody is saying.
But this thing is difficult.
This thing has been.
It's very difficult because I wouldn't say I've never been in such a situation before, but I can tell you that there is this gut feeling you have when you feel that your child or you are being put through something that you know it is not justifiable. For instance, you lose your son and justice is not meted.
That makes lots of sense.
Yeah, you would not rest.
But this story, how many years? When did he die? Like, if it's not again, if he's not having issues with Mohbad's wife, he's having issues with this. And it's like the story keeps going over and over, and like it keeps coming up and up. And I think a lot of people feel like it has overstretched. It's either maybe when there's silence, you have to come up with another thing. I'm not being, I think some of us are not trying to say that you don't have any right to feel that way. You have every right to feel like, oh no, this story doesn't make sense. I think you're reopening. Okay, right now they're going to reopen. They're going to go through like all the juggle court case, going back and forth, going back. When we are back again, let's bet there'll be another wahala again.
Do you think, okay, let me not ask because I'm the guest here. Let me not ask.
Go ahead. So, we are having a conversation.
Okay. Do you think, because ordinarily there is a large part of sentiment in this matter.
True.
The father and the son, there is so much emotion in between. So if the father feels like the death of the son has not, there's no justice to the fact that my son has died and he's not at rest as the father. Do you think because of the sentiment attached that there should be some sort of settlement, monetary settlement, financial settlement?
Do you think that could be one of the reasons they are
going back? Do
you
you think that could be what the man is pushing for?
Well,
that is what I'm saying.
The truth is, I really don't understand, but I just feel like the son deserves to be resting now.
He deserves
to
be resting.
It's too much. It's either you don't want them to bury him, you demand for autopsy, either you are against his wife or you are against something, and it's back and forth. Right now, I know the court actually ruled these guys of like, okay, they are actually not guilty and everything.
Yeah, that was since February. That was since February.
Now we are coming again into July. That's next month. And we're going to go back and forth again with this same story. And now I'm asking myself, okay, if they rule and then they find themselves not guilty, what would you do again?
Well, the thing is, like I said, they should just look for a good settlement. They should just settle the man. Well, there's nothing you can do. Even if they find them guilty tomorrow, like I'm trying to be very objective here. Even if they find these people guilty tomorrow, it will not bring Mohbad back to life. You get what I'm saying? But at least justice will be meted out. But in the meantime, so that we don't go around this whole thing again. But again, the father, if he does not feel like his son has gotten the justice that he's looking for,
well, let's see what July 2nd got to bring, then we just pray that this thing he's able to get the justice and then the peace and everything.
Exactly.
Anyway, moving on to Life Abroad Isn't Rosy. This is by Tasha. She opens up on Nigerians struggling in the UK. Now, reality TV star and influencer Natasha, okay, or let me say Tasha. Yes, Tasha
Natasha
Akinde has ignited a social media debate after revealing the harsh financial realities many Nigerians face while living in the United Kingdom. And a candid video, the former, let me say reality show, let me avoid it here, housemates challenged the widespread belief that life abroad guarantees wealth and comfort. Tasha also stated that many Nigerians in the UK are barely surviving due to the high cost of living, and in some cases are even worse off than those still living in Nigeria. Now, she also cautioned anyone planning to relocate to do with realistic expectation, not the illusion of an easy or lavish life. Her remarks have resonated widely, sparking conversation on the true cost of living abroad. I think she actually has a point. Not even
She has all the points. I think this has to be the first time
people don't do research
of course
before traveling outside to a country.
Of course.
How do you sell your whole property and you move into a country and you don't have a place to stay? You don't have a place to live and you start living on the street.
You just feel like going out there, you just blow now because the system is
Nigerian movie.
No, you just
that's
blow.
Nollywood movie.
That human rhetoric. That's what I said. Human rhetoric. We've said this thing for such a number of times that it has just sunk and sat in the middle of our brains. That
much.
Once you leave the shores of Nigeria, bam, you blew.
Those guys are going through a lot.
That is the issue. Do you know that the dollar, okay, how much is dollar right now? Dollar is 1,547 naira per dollar. That's what you use. That's $1. In Naira, that's 1,005. You can use 1,500 to eat buka in Nigeria. You cannot use $1 to eat.
It's true, Sha. I feel like
in
people
America. Do you understand?
You don't do your homework.
Exactly.
You don't research properly. I feel like people are just in a hurry that when you japa, that means that you're actually going to blow. It takes people years before they even get to where they have to.
Course.
And it takes somebody who is not lazy and who is ready to work. Because those guys have like 3 jobs in a day.
And
you are moving so so hour. You are moving so hour. And make sure you are late. It's coming out of your paycheck.
Exactly. And in that system, very good. You just made the point I was about to say. Your time, the way you play with time in Nigeria, those people don't play with you there. The moment you skip a particular hour, it is deducted in your salary.
Exactly.
Now come and say that in Nigeria. You see, like we are living, the system works there so that your shortcomings, you pay for your shortcomings.
Exactly.
If you work hard, you pay for your hard work.
Exactly.
So don't think that when you travel out, all of a sudden,
I just feel like people should just do their homework more. The Japa syndrome is getting too much without people. At the end of the day, you still go out, you see migrants, you see people who are living on the streets, and it's not help. All in the name, they're going to stay with your cousin. Cousin, after some time, your cousin is paying mortgage and the rest. They'll still leave you because you are paying for heat, you are paying for phone call, internet.
You are paying for internet.
Yes.
You are paying for your car.
See,
like the car they are driving and they are posting on your Instagram. It is
some
rental.
of them are still paying.
Exactly, it's mortgage. It is rental. If they don't pay, they'll come and carry it. Like the house they are living in.
You have to be ready. Make sure that at least you have 6 months money or 1 year money to take care of yourself. I wish you guys all the best, Sha.
At the end of the day, they say the grass is greener where you water it.
So I have another story here, and this one, to me, I feel like I hate self-entitlement. It's a whole lot of self-entitlement going on right now. So according to the Delta government aid, he said this is disappointing. Nigerians abroad sending just 20,000 naira, that's 12 US dollars for wedding and funerals. Guy, you have no right to even tell me that. I have every right to talk. Let me go ahead. Now, so aside of this success, an aide to the Delta State government has stirred up debate online after calling out Nigerians in diaspora for what he considers as lack of generosity. Now, in a Facebook post that has actually since gone viral, has actually expressed disappointment of individuals and in abroad who actually send only 20,000 naira, which is $12, to support their friends back home in Nigeria during significant life events such as weddings or burials. Like, your entitlement is too much. Now, according to he said, you're abroad and you are sending 20K to your friend who's getting married or doing burial in Nigeria. That is disappointing, he wrote. His comments have already sparked a whole lot of mixed reactions, with some agreeing that people living abroad should show more financial support. Like, it's my money, I'm working for it. You might not say that, while others argue that everyone's financial situation is different and no one should be guilt-tripped into giving beyond their means. Now, the post actually raises a whole lot of other questions around expectations, placing Nigerians in the diaspora culture obligations and other realities of living abroad. Guy, it's my money.
Apart from it is my money, why are you even expecting me to do more than I want to do?
Why is it that when people want to get married, they'll create committee?
Bagam, why are you adding me to your WhatsApp group?
Why are you doing that? Like,
I think we have questions to ask.
I swear, like, see, you're not the only one who is on this table.
Exactly.
You are getting married. You don't have to add me to a group. I just have to buy a gift, bring it to you, like, oh, I'm supporting, or maybe put it all in an envelope. But you people is a committee of friends.
Committee of friends?
And you want me to pay for your honeymoon? Excuse you?
See, thank God. See, the way these particular stories are aligned, thank God they're following the same trail. Now, the previous story was about traveling out of the country and how hard it is.
How hard it
now,
is.
the next one is people expecting that, okay, you've gone out, oh, you should have hammered by now.
Yeah.
So you see, it is, we need like a paradigm shift in our mindset.
It's crazy.
When you step out,
it's
the
crazy.
money you make outside, at least should be enough to cater for your basic needs. Food, shelter, and clothing. If you can handle those three, fine. Then if you have enough to spare, please share. If you want to share, it is your money. You did the work. Don't like the last part of what you said. Don't guilt trip people into giving more than more than they can give. Because I'm earning dollars doesn't mean that I have so much millions.
Say that again.
It does not. For goodness sake, it does. How much are they pay? How much do they pay per hour? $9 per hour. So how many
You
hours
told
do
me you are
work?
getting married. Okay. This is what I have while I'm supporting you.
Chakam.
You have a problem with me giving you $12? Do you know how much $12 can actually do for me?
How
And
much is-
20,000 naira.
I hate to say how much is the aid? How much does he give people for
Exactly.
for their weddings and burials?
See, please, the entitlement thing is too much. Allow these people to breathe. I can give you whatever I want to give you. It's my money.
What-
I decide what I want to do.
Did he make the tweet on Did he make the post on Twitter?
No, on Facebook.
On Facebook, okay. Even on Twitter, looking for Elon Musk coins. Agenda sponsors.
All right, I have this one so that I should come first. Woman slams her child's father for prioritizing his wife over her. So, a woman publicly criticized her child's father for placing his wife above her, the mother of his first child.
Okay.
Now, she argues that the bond between a man and his child's mother is deeper and more permanent now than a marital one, which can be dissolved with a signature. Calling it the littlest thing a man could do, she actually claims that baby mothers hold more value than their wives and expresses frustration that men fail to understand this. Now, she believes that she deserves to come first as she gave him the gift of the first child.
Okay, wait. Let's establish
This one is
something here.
debating with her own child.
Wait, let's establish something here. This woman that is quarreling, she is the wife of this man,
Yes.
right?
She's
Now,
calling with, she's,
They are currently married, they're
Yes,
currently married,
yes,
right? Now,
yes.
this child is the child to this same man, but a different lady.
no, it's her child. She should come first, as in it's her child.
Okay,
Yes.
the child is
Yes.
the
Yes.
son of this woman
Yes.
that is the wife to this man.
Yes.
So, what is the problem?
Should I go through the story
What
again
is
for you
your
to understand?
problem?
Should I go through the story for you to
No,
understand
please.
properly?
What is their problem?
So, no, let me explain to you properly. Let me
Okay.
explain. So, a woman publicly criticized her child's father for placing his wife above her, the mother of his first child. So that means she's talking, okay, so she's actually talking about the first child, like I think from his previous marriage or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I'm saying.
So
A
she feels like
different
she's now
woman.
married to him. That
So
means that she has to
should
come.
be priority. Well, actually, though, that's a new kind of debate, don't you think? That's a new kind of debate because first of all, you see this.
Okay, now for me, in this situation, the woman was with him before.
Had a child
With him already, and they are no more. Decided to move on to you, the new wife. You understand? At this moment, she will be important, but she shouldn't be a priority or number one. That's what I think.
Why do you think so?
Because she's no more your wife.
Okay.
Now, you know the meaning of priority. That's number one. First come first. You understand? Your child is important. Your child is a priority. But then the mother of your child is important, but she's not number one when it comes to deciding on certain things or maybe doing certain things.
Exactly.
If I buy a Hems bag or I buy this, I have every right to give it to my own wife first before I give her something. Unless maybe there's something still going on between them. That's the reason she's still a number one priority in his life. So I think she kind of has have a point.
That's a good
She is
point.
important. She gave me my first child. No two ways about it. She's the mother of my first child. That is there. We are not disputing the fact. But then, I don't think she should be the, how do we call it?
The priority.
Yes,
of
she
the
shouldn't be
man.
number
It
one.
should
Unless
not
maybe
be.
there's something still going on between them.
Exactly. It should not be because first of all, whatever
Your
led
gender.
to the no, please, let's not do gender wars here. Whatever led to the dissolving of their first marriage, that thing must have been so strong that okay, they said okay, let's part ways. But then the child is not like the bridge between both of them. So okay, because of this baby, let's just do father and mother responsibility so that this child will not feel left off.
Yeah.
Or have a stepmother. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they just come together. Okay, big boy, let's take it to the beach today. Let's do this today.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. You know, again, human emotions and interaction. That time you're spending together with the child can also create some kind of bonding for the man and the woman.
Well, it's true, Sha.
And then we'll now
But
start having
I
this
just
kind
feel
of
like
issues.
if maybe I should get into a situation where I have a partner who already has a child,
Mm-hmm.
I'll respect that relationship with he and his mother. The child's mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'll respect that because it was there before I came in. But then now it's me. I'm in charge. You are my man now. I feel like there's certain things. She's important, all right. I respect that. But you shouldn't make her a priority.
Exactly.
In deciding on certain things. That's what I think. Anyway, Sha, who am
The
I? I'm
balance
not-
just gets more tipsy.
Abi.
Once you dabble too much in relationships, you
Yeah.
just keep topping the balance. Like every time you keep shaking everything. That's good.
Anyway, moving on to this one. Leave some meat. Viral dating tips. Spark debate on first date etiquette.
Oh please.
So a viral post offering on top of my own money.
Oh please.
A viral post offering conventional, first date advice has stirred reactions online, particularly among Nigerian audiences. Now, the post actually claims that finishing all the food on your plate, especially the meat on the first date, is a major turn off. Instead,
wrote
leaving
this
a little
rule?
food behind supposedly signals self-restraint and also class, earning more date points. Okay, now the tips actually shared in a light-heated tone also include letting the woman order first, allowing her to choose your meal, and also your meal, then also paying the bills without checking the receipt. Moves. So while some have actually embraced the advice as playful and insightful, others have criticized it as formative, as outdated, igniting conversations around. See, let's pretend I'm a man, okay? I take you out. I use my own menu. Let's say I went to one of these expensive restaurants, 50,000 naira. I
No,
spent
let's
so
say
much.
we went to a proper dinner
Exactly,
date.
exactly. The one with the one that will serve you bread
I
first.
wear suits.
No.
Appetizer.
The one that will give you that towel. You know
Exactly,
that
they
towel
put that
that
towel on
people
your lap.
mistake and put in their mouth. They think it's mint.
Put it on your-
Then you actually clean your hands, and then they'll
Exactly.
give you bread that you should chew and wait.
Appetizer.
That kind of restaurant.
Exactly.
And then you told me I shouldn't finish chewing on my chicken.
They are playing.
I won't chew bone.
See, they are, okay, wait. Away from the jokes, away from the jokes. But in all honesty, who made all these rules?
He made it.
It doesn't make any sense.
made that
Now,
rule.
I'm not saying that you should not be, what's it called? You should not be decent or you should not have decorum. Of course, when you eat, there's some etiquette. Don't hit, don't make noise with your
Yeah,
cutlery, all
that-
those things.
yeah, that.
But why should I finish my food? Did I pay
No,
for
he said
the
don't
whole
finish
meal?
the chicken on the
Why
first
shouldn't I-
date.
No, it's still my
Second date, you
food.
cannot finish chicken.
No, forget that.
Don't finish
Forget
chicken
that.
first date.
No, it doesn't add up to me. And then you ordering my food for me. What if I don't like what you're ordering for me?
Well, that
Nana, would you order
I'm
your
coming.
food?
That
Would you
ordering
order my
food, that
food for me,
ordering
Nana?
food, that ordering food is kind of beautiful. Let me explain to you. It's only beautiful if maybe we might have had a conversation.
Okay.
Oh, what do you like eating? Da 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 da. All those
Okay.
kind of conversation.
Okay.
Now it's kind of beautiful when you go out and you know what's. Now you go on a date because you like that person. It's called a date because you like the person. You want to get to know the person first
Okay.
more. You understand? So it's kind of beautiful that from our conversation, I know you don't like too much oil. And it's kind of beautiful when somebody says, you're like, oh, he doesn't like Sprite. It's beautiful. Like you don't, it makes you know like you're actually listening to details.
At what expense are you looking for this beauty in that date? Let me give
Relax.
you a typical scenario.
Then now you choosing the meal for me. I don't think I want to choose a meal for you on the first date.
Okay.
I just feel like maybe probably you might have a different option. I think it's second date or maybe third
Would
date
make
when
more
you have the right, or
sense.
when we are dating.
Chakam. It will make more sense.
Yeah, when
Because
we are
look at-
dating, I can be like, oh, you can give him this unless maybe probably he wants something else.
Good.
But first day, this is our first time meeting. You want to choose what?
You don't know my favorite.
Like tell you how to eat
For
amala.
instance, let's say for instance now I meet you at an event that you're hosting, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh Nana, you look so nice. Let's go out sometime. And then you're like, okay, I'm free this. I say, okay, let's go out. We fix a date. We fix a place. We meet up there. And I'm saying, give her jollof rice. Don't put,
That's
don't
rude.
put turkey.
That's like you trying to be in charge of my life and
Exactly,
everything.
It is wrong on the first date.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like first date, that is too much rules going on. And do you know that the picture he actually posted, he left two of his chicken.
Two of his chicken.
And he only ate one.
If I was a wait staff, I would literally be looking out for you each
understand?
time you come to that
It's
restaurant.
pretty, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot of us feel like we bought data. We have beautiful phones, so we have every right to advise. Or maybe we've gone on one or a couple of dates. We've gone on a couple of dates, so that means we have every right to be able to decide how this person's date is supposed to be.
Exactly.
But I feel like it's your opinion, and that's what works for you in your own relationship. That's fine. You
There's
can do
no
it.
one size that fits all.
Exactly. But then, guy, you can't tell me to leave my chicken.
Please,
Guy,
I will never
it's
try
not
that. I will
chicken.
never try that risky
Exactly. Exactly.
activity.
And then you tell somebody to choose what they want on a first date.
It's absurd. It's very absurd, actually.
Anyway, Thank you so much. We've taken your advice for your dates. Simple. Thank you so much for coming through. I really do appreciate it. And it's good to have you. Same here. All right. Coming up next on our main segment, we are looking at the industry beef, what's going on, what's popping, and we'll be having a guest joining us in our studio. We'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere.